Did you know that lack of flexibility is the #1 aging factor? That is why I would like to take you through a basic routine to show you what yoga is all about. We're going to start out with a modified sun salutation, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about the benefits of each of the poses. Given that, understanding that breathing is the foundation for yoga, we're going to have belly breaths going on throughout this pose. We're not going to go into that, but just go ahead and try to breathe from your belly as we do this. Our mountain pose is a basic pose to help to keep our back nice and straight, learn about our back, learn about how to ground, and we're going to push our feet into the mat, strengthen our legs, tuck our pelvis in, then go ahead and get your shoulder blades back and your back nice and straight. And from here, we're going to inhale into mountain pose with arms up and lift them up. And we're going to reach up, and here we're going to lift our chest a little bit as if we're trying to reach something on the tippy top shelf. And we're going to breathe, and each of these poses you're going to hold for an interval of 3 to 5 breaths. And after the interval, we're going to come down into forward bend. We're going to swan dive, bringing our arms down and coming into forward bend. Now, if you can't reach the mat, then go ahead and just brace yourself against your leg. The main thing here is to keep your back nice and straight, shoulder blades pushing down the back towards the kidneys. Kidneys are right here. And also the hips, you want to be pushing up towards the ceiling, so the legs are nice and straight with here. And again, you're going to hold this pose from your 3 to 5 breaths, whatever you choose at the beginning of the routine. Also, forward bends are great for awakening the gastrointestinal and eliminative systems. And from here, we're going to go into a runner's lunge. So now go ahead and bend your knees to make sure that your hands are on the mat, flanging your fingers out. Take your right leg back, and you're going to push the right leg back towards the wall, and the front leg is at a 90-degree angle. No more than that. What this does is it pushes on the ascending colon, which helps with the digestive process and the eliminative process, and it opens up your hips. You can feel this opening up. And why do we want our hips open? In order to have our hips be in place, and that helps with lower back issues, to eliminate lower back pain. This also strengthens our legs and our core. From here, we're going to go into plank, which is just like a push-up. We're going to take our left leg back and put it right alongside our right leg. A modification is lowering the knees down if you don't have enough upper body strength. And we're going to lower our body down onto the mat, getting our elbows close to the body so that they're not out here, they're right close to the body, and we're going to push up into Cobra Pose. From here, I'm going to take the tops of my feet and place them on the mat and push into the mat using the tops of my feet and my legs. There's a lot of pressure points in the pelvis that we're going to be pushing on, and all those pressure points are associated with our organs. We want to pretty much massage our organs is what this does in order to detoxify and get our organs working properly. So from here, on an exhale, I'm going to keep my elbows close to my body, and I'm going to lift up my thoracic part of my back, lifting up with my chin and my chest forward, keeping the shoulder blades pushing down towards the kidneys. Holding this for the 3 to 5 breath interval. From here, we're going to go into down dog, and we're going to take the toes and tuck them under again, and then push up. Go ahead and go onto your knees, that's fine. And come back as if you are crouching down, and this is a modification to get into down dog. And see where you're at. Start to elongate your spine, get it nice and straight, push the shoulder blades back. Then you're going to lift the hips up, pushing the hip bones up to the sky, pushing the heels down towards the mat, flanging your fingers out,
putting the pressure on towards your fingers and away from the wrist. And then you're going to bring your head down, look for your belly button, back nice and straight. Allow your thoracic part of your back, which is your upper back, to go between your shoulder blades, and hold this pose from 3 to 5 breath intervals. And from here, we're going to go back into runner's lunge on the right side. So bringing your right leg forward and into runner's lunge. And again, you hold your chest up and your head up, nice and forward. You can use a block on either both sides of your body or on the front as well if you can't get down that far, okay? Another modification, if that's still too hard, you can hold your body here for a runner's lunge. As long as you keep the back leg nice and straight, pushing in towards the wall. This strengthens the back. Now we're pushing on the descending colon here. And from here, we go into forward bend. So bringing our hands forward to come into forward bend. And again, this is modified forward bend just to show you how easy yoga can really be. And from here, we go back into mountain pose. So tuck the pelvis and come up one vertebrae at a time, raising the arms up overhead. Again, reach up, elongate that spine. And inhale and release down to beginning position. Okay? So from here, I'm going to show you a couple of poses on the mat that are reclined poses. The first one is bridge pose, and what bridge does is it stretches the back out the other way. Extremely important to get the synovial fluid going, which helps to rehydrate the discs between the vertebrae. And again, why do we want to do that? We want to eliminate back pain. We want to increase our, really what it does is it kind of reverses the aging process of our spine. So we want to stretch that spine out as much as possible. We're going to bring our feet as close to the buttocks as possible, and our arms are going to be at the side. We're going to lift up the pelvis. Then we can rock from side to side, get those shoulder blades tucked under, and clasp the hands underneath, and lift up that pelvis as high as you can, opening up the chest. This is wonderful for releasing tension between your shoulder blades and in your neck. And after you hold that for your 3 to 5 breath interval, releasing that down. We're going to go into modified shoulder stand, which helps to reverse what gravity does to our body all day long by raising our legs up higher than our chest and our heart. I'm pushing the heels up towards the ceiling. My legs are nice and straight. Strong legs. I'm not just lifting them up and letting them hang there, but they're nice and strong. Again, it's helping the circulation in my body. If you have leg issues or feet issues at the end of the day, if your legs are tired, this is wonderful to help relieve that. And from here, we're going to cross our legs and go into fish pose. I'm going to come up onto my elbows. Fish pose is wonderful for people that have thyroid problems and want to increase their metabolism because it opens up the area where your thyroid is, which is right in your neck. Okay, from here, I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to put my head on the mat. The top of my head goes on the mat. I'm still supporting myself with my elbows. My chest is up. My buttock is down on the mat. And I'm holding this again for the 3 to 5 breaths. You can do this in the morning, on your bed when you have a lot of cushion on your head. It's wonderful in the morning to get your body going and your metabolism boosted. From here, we're just going to lie out, reclined mountain pose to stretch out our back. Again, after we have stretched it out the one way, pushing the heels out towards the wall. arms overhead like that, and again, feeling that elongation of the spine. And from there you can roll over on the side and get up, or you can get up this way, and that is a basic pose. Sun salutation modified. So I got into yoga for rehabilitating my back. Yoga really is for anybody. You can have mobility issues and get into yoga to help strengthen your body, to help open up your joints, open up your energy systems to help eliminate the pain or reduce the pain. Yoga is for all ages. Kids can get involved in yoga to help their body stay healthy. Older people can get into yoga to help them feel healthy. In fact, my mother got into yoga when she was 78 years old, and she's probably healthier now than she was 10 years ago. If you have any questions, there's wonderful yoga studios out there and yoga teachers. Please go ahead and visit them, interview them, see which yoga studio and yoga instructor is best for your needs. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me at Rebecca Hagman on Facebook or Twitter. I'm Traveling Yogini on Twitter. Thank you.